Hi beautifuls, welcome back. A very punchy intro. I'm YILDIZ from YILDIZ Readings. I'm a psychic medium. I cover the astrology and twin flame path. This week we're having a look at your energy surrounding romance for your zodiac sign. I do have the members zone that does coaching relating to twin flame path where we can speak candidly and privately if that's something you're interested in. But very separately, I do come to you regularly live for the twin flame updates. So with this video, we're going to tune into your romance zone. If you do want a private booking, the link is below. Love and light, guys. Grab a cuppa, relax, and let's get into your energy update for this week with the extension read after in the members zone. Okay, beautiful Capricorn, we are here to do your psychic channeled messages from the tarot. For those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. This is your romance from the 8th through to the 15th. Now, there is an extension after. It is in the members hub, but you will get the totality of it here. But very separately, if you can't join the members and you wish not to, you can ask questions during the super chats live or directly in the box below. Now, some of the messages that are coming through for your zodiac sign pertaining to love, I have actually selected a ruin, and you do have a very complex situation going on when it does link to love. Now, yes, we are in Mercury retrograde, which can bring blast from the past back. It can bring these emotional upheavals towards us. And even looking at your energy, I can see that playing out. Now, last month was very heavy for you. The ruin that you have is looking into the past. It does connect to black, and whenever I see this from a psychic point of view, it's like you're being protective of yourself. You don't want to repeat a pattern. You may be assessing things, you're not saying anything, but you're tuning into the emotional value of things, and emotions can be coming up to gauging it. This is very intuitive at this time, especially because Mercury in Aquarius is an air sign. We are trusting our intuition over what we're directly seeing. So again, it is almost, okay, something's soft, something's not right, isn't my path? And I do feel you're really questioning whether you're on point, whether you're on path with love. You have divine consciousness, and it's in reverse. So it can be where you're really second guessing yourself, you know, through the crown chakra. Do we need to see the physical reality over the 5D? And it appears to be that you're pausing. The crystal you have coming through is such, and I'll read it, golden topaz. Now it is in reverse. I step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I see my path shining bright before me. Visualize life purpose, amplify joy and bliss, improved ability to speak up, cultivating ease, process all things that is happening within and around. Divine consciousness, same situational ship. Now, yes, we can be getting to a point with the ruin. I will articulate what it means, which I did show you previously. The color is black. The deity, element is water. Now, each of us will pick a personal connotation to this ruin. So if you do get additional messages, it will resonate with you very personally. Yes, as the medium giving you the message, I can give you what I'm getting collectively, but there also will be an additional message that's very personal. What I am getting is something sudden is going to take a turn of events. It may be that you're really in a predicament at the moment in your romance house that you're feeling nothing's really going to change, that you thought you knew, but now things can feel a little bit uncertain. Maybe that hope and dream for you personally on the 5D appears to not be possible on the 3D, and I think it's a temporary standpoint, but I do think just as you're moving into that detachment, something that left field is coming, which can change. Now you do need to, again with the black coming through and the golden topaz, something is playing out very separate to you, and it can be on the other person's side of the fence. That could be causing a bit of a blockage, and you may be on guard and protecting yourself. So in the mundane, mystery, chance, an unpredictable event, intimate encounter, esoteric, unfolding, fate, karma, feminine mystery, inventory events, incubation, reversed, irritational fear, irrational fear, vulnerability, ill fortune, fault, or mistakes exposed. Now it is, because it's looking to the past, what I'm getting is that you're looking at that and it could be defining you, especially if you feel something hasn't been solved or resolved. And we are finding in January and February in romance and in life point blank zero, a lot of circumstances to do with the past can be coming up, and we're fearing that we're really having a repeat of 2017, 2020. But even with the throat chakra and the 5D, you're in observation at this point. Now, I'm going to get deep into the read, and as I mentioned, there is going to be an extension read. So the way you're coming to this position with this connection, this romantic connection, and this is even because I do tune into spiritual connections that can be soulmate, twin flame, so I do coaching relating to that. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be that you're physically with this person to have these circumstances playing out. Even at a soul level, when we're separate, we can be healing these dynamics, and because it's Mercury retrograde, reflecting upon these things, linking to love. Now, you're wanting a balance back in a situation. You're wanting justice to be served. And again, it is an air energy. But I am feeling as though you're feeling you've got to make a judgment. And again, sometimes that can be a very humanistic experience. And I say that when I do the coaching relating to twin flame and with the laws of attraction when it does come to it. Sometimes we can be in the egoic experience of the human expression where we're feeling disillusioned. One card that did come out, but it went back in, so it's something that you're working through at the moment, is the sacral chakra. That is also from a point of view of healing and having motivation towards things. Sometimes when we do just before we manifest it in, it sort of feels like a complete ending, and then it does a 360 and it comes back probably more so in a higher octane than what we in the ego believed we could have. Now, something you had dreamed up and believed that would come full cycle has taken a lot longer than you thought. And you can feel very disillusioned moving into this week. And you're really begging the question, okay, is there justice? Do I need to make a judgment? It's really where you feel you're left to your own devices with the circumstance. Now, you may have come to this situation, trying to be very practical, and there may have been a karmic energy in the midst of things, coming to terms with past tense energies. This could be a your side, their side. Other ways of being where there's been codependency in connections. And for some of you, this can be a mother-in-law. For others of you, this can be a karmic. And competition energy. I don't know why I'm feeling that. And it can be a masculine or a feminine. The way my guides come through, it's almost like emotional attachment related to lower frequency, but something inside of you has changed. But I am seeing conflict relating to, for some of you, feminine energies. And even the demeanor of us trusting our emotions and showing, can we be the good, the bad, and the ugly inside of these things. I feel there has been points where you've been maybe addressing relationships or having an experience inside of relationships where you have felt that you have been a transaction. And from a manifestation point of view, yes, in a way we are, but sometimes it can be on that lower octane that we feel people have used us for monetary value. There can be a subject relating to an ex for some of you that you're tying up those loose ends and cutting that off. Others of you, it's directly just the reflection of, what those things were, where the give and take was. And even if you are directly, interacting with a person on a romantic level, if there is a separate energy and there's co-parenting or anything to that degree, where the money's coming from, how are you going to balance life out moving forward? And again, I will mention you don't have to be with this person for these subjects to be playing out. I do feel people's values, and it's almost like a split. I'm seeing a split in the read. And the split in the read is coming from a point where, you're reflecting upon one point of view, but then you're bouncing and you're moving into another way of being. There can be a lot of triggers this week when it does come to people projecting towards you, you feeling that you need to be more than you are, and really having to feel like you're ready to turn over a new leaf and want that fresh start. I am seeing, look, the outcome is very much wishing to have a fresh start, but some of these can merely be burdens. Some of these can be, physically speaking, just a meditated state and not that it's a new situation playing out. And I am seeing that a lot with the reads this week. I do feel there has in the past maybe been interference. I also feel that the give and take within the connection potentially wasn't completely there. You have been very patient. This is what I'm sensing. You've been very patient. You've been very accountable. You're trying to do all you can, but you are starting to become slightly disillusioned with it. I do feel in a conversational piece, you know, this may have been a previous conversation, and again, reflection over it, because as I said, I tune into to twin flames. I do feel there can be crosswise when it relates to people's belief systems, and inside of this relationship, on one side of the fence, there appears to be some sense of conflict very separately. Now, when I say separately, this can be with the karmic energy, this can be with an ex, shared care for some of you who that relates to, but there's something relating to money that's becoming problematic. If you're having no movement and you're not with this person, the delay and the arduous wait, so to speak, that whole notion of patience is really grating quite thin. So, you know, if there are complications within your romance, I feel it's getting a little bit old and you're trying to find a new way that you can change it up. And I don't feel you're projecting to this person. I feel that you're being very, very patient, you're being silent, you're very intuitive by nature. You're not trying to come across as egoic and controlling, but it is reaching that point where I do feel you may actually step in and need to address it, because it has become quite, for some of you, it has become, you know, quite nasty. This can be tit for tat, it can be gossiping, you know, and for those of you that are waiting for this person, this can even very separately be something they're going through. But for many of you, I do feel this is the vibration that's coming through. There can be hurts and assessment and disillusionment. And again, a fear to actually open up. For some of you, I do feel if you are currently with this individual or in communication with this individual, tongue-tied, I am seeing a person from the past almost watching or lingering over. And that's potentially why the tumble line has come through in the braid. And again, I do feel a karmic situation playing out at the moment. And it doesn't have to be that the person physically is in a karmic relationship. But I do feel there's some sense of tying up an old situation that's lagged on for way too long. Some of you, there is an issue relating to legality I'm seeing. And it's like, you know, tying up those loose ends, getting those contracts done, it is taking a whole lot longer. You may have thought everything was done and resolved, but it does seem to be coming up yet again that it needs to be addressed. And this can just be balanced, but for some of you it is direct paperwork, contracts, and, you know, kind of trying to create those healthy boundaries so you can have peace in your life and movement forward. For some reason, I'm seeing a bus, and this can be something to do with transport coming through. It's almost like one of you may have a circumstance, and this can be, you know, surrounding energy. For some reason, I'm seeing a bus, and there can be something to do with travel. Now, travel in relation to being able to get to you. You may spiritually feel a person is taking the long way around. They're taking an awful long time, but there's something of a blockage, and they're making reference to ability, vessel to move towards you. Now, that can be they're having ascension symptoms. It can be that they're feeling disempowered, or circumstances are playing out to prevent that. But again, I keep seeing a bus. I am being shown an image of a past tense event, and I don't know why they're trying to make a link. Something to do with a broken leg, and I don't know why that's relevant. This could be a memory that you share with this person, and it can be that it happened on your side. They're making reference to back at that point. Why they're showing me things they show me, honestly. Broken leg. Now, I do feel, again, transport and ability. It's like, this could even be a, what's the word? A metaphor. Somebody trying to hobble this person, prevent them from moving forward. And it's like every time they get up and they're moving, and this can even be you, Capricorn, there's some sense of each time you get up, something's pulling you back down and the disillusionment is there. Or it could be the physical broken leg. I'm telling you, guides are pretty quirky the way they come through. I'm being shown a diner, and I don't know why this diner is, you know, in reference to. This could be somewhere that this person goes, you know, or used to go to eat, you know, at lunch. I'm being shown that it's a special place. And I'm also being shown, if those of you who aren't together, there is a location that you visited most recently, and I do feel this person's actually seen you. I'm seeing crossing a street. For some of you, this is England, and I keep seeing a connotation to England. So how that relates, I don't know, but it will be a very particular message. I'm seeing a red double-decker bus. I just keep getting shown that there is, like, it's not going to end up being the way you think it is. But I am being shown, and I will go into it deeper into the extension read. This person's quite frustrated. It is almost apologetic. That's what I'm getting coming through. That the circumstances that are playing out, and I think even the metaphor of the broken leg and the bus and the inability to move, you know, almost like the chariot moving forward, it's like there's a delay, having to go back over old ground. This person's very frustrated, and it wasn't what their intent had been. It's almost like universe wanted them to complete certain things, but to view this other old energy in a certain light, so that they could reach soul closure with it, but also to feel they'd never go back to that way of being. Now, this doesn't, again, I will reiterate, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It's old ways of being. Okay, let's get one more card, and then we'll get deep into the romance. Now, number one, I would say, they do have an agitation feeling towards a feminine energy. This is not for the love romantic interest. This is to do with a, you know, this isn't the viewer. That's what I mean. So whoever this person is, they're quite gnarly. They're quite moody when it does come to them. There is an element of dominance. I'm also seeing a sister energy. Okay, they're saying it's not, the changes that are being made, again, you may not see your path and you may feel quite stagnant. It's due to the fact, you know, rejection is the universe's protection. That's sort of what I'm being shown. So these two, as well as the psychic protection and the fact that this is going to be important for you, the emotions, trust them when you get them as a psychic download. Please don't second guess yourself. Fives are about change, but again, it's asking you to be still. It's not you. Now, this could be playing out vice versa. This could be the way Capricorn's feeling, but I am feeling it's your love interest. I will leave it there. Please join me. Please stay for these last messages, and I will see you, for those of you who are going to join us, on the other side in the member zone for the extension of this romance read. Otherwise, I will see you during the week for the twin flame updates and the live updates I do. Love and light. Should you need a booking, you can go to the link below. Also, do bear in mind, I do live twin flame reads where you can join me to get that soul healing, as well as you do get the week by week romance and more. So I love you lots, guys. Please join us later. If you do want to watch the extension, as I mentioned, you can go to the link on the main page and it will take you directly to it. I will try and remember to place it in the video. Otherwise, I'll see you next week.